Liz and I are here in York. I'm very excited to sit down and have a heart-to-heart about the u3a movement. Liz, a lot of people that I have had contact with within the u3a movement are really worried about the proposals for the AGM. That they're worried that, you know, the structural changes are going to be too big. Why do we want to change it?
We don't want to change the u3a. What we want to do is get a more sensible and rational structure for communications within the u3a. One of the problems we've got is that when the u3a was formed 40 odd years ago, the expectation was that there might at most be 100 u3as.
And we've got over 1,000
We've got
now.
over 1,000. They were amazed when they got to 500, and with the number we've got now. And the other thing that we've got to remember is that not only have we grown as a movement, but the world has changed. And the number of expectations there are on voluntary organisations now are very, very different and more onerous than they were 40 years ago, which means that one of the problems, which was spotted actually back in 2008, and people refused to do anything about it then, was that basically, in order to meet our legal obligations, we need a board that can look after that. But we also need to make sure that we've got proper communication channels with u3as. And we haven't, because there just isn't time or a structure for that. And it's not that we're wanting to make huge changes. We're not. It's not that we want to change things for u3as. We're not. What we're wanting is the u3as to have a proper voice in the development of the u3a movement as a whole.
I think a lot of people are a bit worried about this idea of a voice and think that there's like control coming over. You know, the trust are wanting to come down on the u3as and control things.
Just the opposite. At the moment, we get complaints that we are controlling things because we're not in a position to find out what u3as actually.
So you don't think there's going to be like a clash of power dynamics?
I darn well hope not. If there is any kind of quarrelling and power dynamic, it shouldn't be in terms of the proposals we've made, because it's very clear that the board has a primary responsibility for the financial, the legal, the official bits that we've got to do in order to function properly as a large charity.
So are you saying that the individual u3as will still be autonomous?
Of course they will. There's no thought of changing that. But what will happen, hopefully, is that by setting up a council with 2 representatives from each region and nation, which means there can be more than one message coming from each region and nation, because we all know that u3as don't all agree with each other.
Absolutely.
That body will be the one that can look at what u3as can and should be doing in the future. And it will not be controlled as such by the board. Yes, it will have to work within the financial controls there. So it can't suddenly decide it wants to spend £1 million on something if £1 million isn't there. But it's the voice of the u3as, which is the whole reason behind thinking of this in the first place, because u3as believe they're electing representatives. Their representatives become charity trustees and have to be charity trustees. The members of the council will not have that burden. And
I'm a bit worried about this term council. To me, it sounds like a law court. You know, somewhere, you know, some u3a over there down in Kent or something as a little bit of a misdemeanour, and the committee are going to be brought before the council.
No, it's just that nobody has come up with a better name for it. Because basically it's a round table, it's a group of representatives of u3as that are meeting together to talk about those things that matter to u3as, to make recommendations on activities that should happen, sometimes to be running those activities, sometimes for others to be running them. Trustees are asked to do 3 different jobs, and it's all been in different presentations we've done, but they're asked to have a legal responsibility. They're asked to be the volunteer who, if something goes wrong in their region, is the first port of call in terms of helping to get things sorted. and they've got this responsibility of representing the U3As. Now, there are trustees who can do all those three jobs, but actually, when you think about it, they're three separate things. And we know that the part about representing the U3As is not happening and needs to happen. We know that some trustees are very, very good at the troubleshooting, and others, it's not their thing.
Can I just interrupt?
Yeah.
You say U3As need representing, but if we're saying at the same time U3As are independent and autonomous, can't we just leave them to get on with it?
In terms of the day-to-day, of course we can. But we also want, there are things like this festival that we're at now. Now, that came out of an idea. If I'm honest, it came out of a late evening after glass of wine. I was not actually there, actually, but this is what from what I hear, it was a sort of late night, early morning
brainwave
of two or three of the trustees say, if only we could get back to Glastonbury and have our tents and go wallowing in the mud like we did 50 years ago. And that was the seed that has led to what we're doing in these 3 days.